Hello everyone, it's Amy, and I was just working on my gigantic paper clips and I thought that I would show you all what I was doing. So this one is already complete, and this was done with a spirograph circle, and I just folded it in half to make my top for this one. And the paper clip itself is just made out of cereal box or a cake box. This one's not completed yet, but this one I just put lace on the top, and I think I'm going to, this is, two layers so that it could be, I want them to be double-sided, and I think I'm going to put a lace flower, half of a flower inside of that one, and then I need to finish my part here, and then this one is really just getting started. I put some lace curtain on the top of a die cut on this one. So, but I'll show you how I cut the paper clips to start with, and it's really simple. Just, I have the front of a cake box here, and you just decide, how wide you want it to be, and I think that I did those like 2 inches. Yeah, let's see. This one was 2 inches, and this one was 2 inches, and this one was about 1.5 inches. So, but there is no, right measurement. You just choose whatever measurement you want. I want to put a straight line across the top. It's cut pretty straight. I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. And then I'm going to I'll make this one 2 inches also. So I'm just going to, well, first thing I'm going to also put a straight line down the side here also. And again, I'm just going to eyeball it straight as it's going to get. And then I'm just going to measure over from that corner. I'm going to measure over 2 inches at the top. So that's how wide it will be. And then I'm going to go down to the bottom. And at the bottom, I'm going to start at my line, and I'm going to put a mark at 1 inch. Because I know that that's the center. Now, depending on if I want to make it this long, then I'm just going to go 1/2 inch each side of that 1 inch mark. So I'll go at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches. So that's going to be where I'm going to draw down to. So from the top, I'll draw down to this mark. And you could put a point on the bottom if you want to. You can do it however you want. And then I'm going to go from the top to this mark. So my 1 inch mark just showed me where to get center so that I was pretty even. And then we'll just cut that out. Now it actually might be easier. Before you cut it, I thought of this both times and never did it. I'm going to just go over about 1/4 inch and make a mark. Go over 1/4 inch and make a mark. I always like to do 3 marks so that I know I'm in the same area, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side because we're going to have to cut out the centerpiece. Go over 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/4 inch. And that's just with having the larger piece of cardboard, it's just easier to mark it, and it's not going to move on you as easy. And then I'm just going to draw a line down there at 1/4 inch. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to cut it out. I just thought these would be kind of cool to put like in a journal, and then they just like peek up over the top of your journal. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. So I thought I'd try it, and it worked out pretty good. So this is going to be our outside edge. And then I think at the bottom, you can choose however much you want to leave at the bottom. I think I'm going to go up about 1/2 inch. And I'll mark that. 1/2 inch. an inch. It's not quite wide enough to put 3 marks, so we'll just have 2 on that one. And go across. Now you're going to paint this so it doesn't matter that you've got your pen lines there. Okay, I'm going to cut across my straight line at the top. There. And then we're just going to cut down this line to cut out our center. And I just cut to my line on both sides before I try and cut the bottom. You can cut the bottom with your scissors, or if you want to, you can cut the bottom with your X-Acto knife to make it straighter. It's hard to get in there. It's such a small space. It's kind of hard to get in there with your scissors. But the way that I do it is I just fold it right there so that I can get my scissors in, and then I just cut it. But make sure you don't cut your other side. I need to cut down a little bit more right there. There we go. So that's our outside edge. And then for our inside, this one I just kind of eyeball it, and I just cut off 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, just a nice skinny slit. You can measure that again and mark it, cut off a little bit at the bottom, and cut a little bit off of this side. But I just eyeball it. To me, it's not that big of a deal that it's exact. And, you know, you're going to have one piece on the front and one piece on the back, so you're not going to see them both at the same time anyways. Okay, so then you've got that. And then what you do is you just take a piece of your cardboard. I'm going to save this to make some more clips. So we'll just use part of the side here. And you're just going to cut a piece that you can put your decoration on, and that's going to hold it together. Now you want this piece to be larger than the width of your paper clip. So you want some sticking out over here, and you want some sticking out over here so that you can catch your top. So I'm going to make it about that big, and you need 2 pieces, one for the front and one for the back. There we go. I just want them to both be the same size. They don't really have to be. They're going to be covered up with whatever your peekaboo is on top. So, and then we're just going to put that one there, and we're going to glue it like this and put this one on top. Just like that. And I'm going to be back in just a second. Okay, I'm back. I grabbed a piece of cardstock out of my scrap bin. And this is what I'm going to use for my top. And you can have any kind of a shape that you want to. You can do die cut shapes. I thought this was kind of cool with that on it. And you need this to be a little bit bigger than the piece that you have here. So because the way that you're going to put this on, and I'm going to cut off my corner, flip it over on the other side, so that they're about the same. Here we go. So that's going to be my top. And now what you're going to do, first we'll glue this together. You should really sand this off, but for, oops, sorry about that. For speed's sake, I'm going to leave it. It'll be all right. I'm going to put some tacky glue on here. And then I'm just going to start with this piece and just put it on there with about the same sticking out on each side. It doesn't have to be exact because it's going to be covered up. You do want it to look like it's kind of straight with the bottom. There we go. go. And then I'm going to put some tacky glue on this one too. Oops, I almost forgot to put in the center. That would have been bad. But we'll put the tacky glue on here. Put that down for a minute. Take our center. And then just kind of line that up. Like that. Give them all a press. And then put this one on top. There we go. Now while it's wet, make any adjustments that you feel that you need to make to this piece. And there we go. Now, what we're going to do in order to attach it to here is we're going to look at this and we're going to see that how wide our actual clip is. Try and center it. Put just a little tiny nick right there. And again, that's not as wide as this piece, it's as wide as the paper clip. So we're going to put a nick there, and then we're going to put another nick right here. And then what we're going to do is just barely shave off just a little tiny bit right here. We're literally just a sliver. And there we go. So now we have this, and then that just goes like this. And that all looks good to me. So I'm going to open this up and I'm going to glue it all together. Now make sure, or for me at least, make sure that you glue this part and all of this, but then flip it over to make sure you get the other side of your cardboard. Because if you just put your glue on while it's here like this, underneath the other side of the cardboard there won't be anything. Just going to do that and that. That. And wipe off that glue. Okay, and then see it's off right here, so I'm going to adjust that while everything is still wet. That's, or I like to kind of glue the whole thing all at once because then I can adjust it just how I want it. That looks good to me. And now I'm just going to, you know the drill, go put this in my dictionary with some parchment paper. And then when that dries really good, then we're going to decorate the whole thing. So that's how you make a gigantic paper clip. And now I'm going to work on decorating my brown one, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this, but I know that I want to paint the back brown. I think I want to put some cord on here and maybe if I have some flat embellishments. But I know I just wanted to get the background brown so that I could go from there. I know that on the purple one I want to put some black on the paperclip part. But, so I did go clothes shopping the other day. Oh, it was torture. I really dislike it. But I did get a lot of nice things. I actually wound up going to Kohl's first and looking at their clearance section, and I got some nice shirts, but I couldn't find any pants. And so I wound up going to the Salvation Army, which I should have went there first, which is what I had planned on doing, was going to the Salvation Army first. But then I changed my mind because my youngest daughter was like, Mom, just go buy yourself some, new clothes, which I really, my thought is probably I'm not going to wear these clothes much, so why go buy something new? Because I never leave the house, and around the house I just wear sweatpants and t-shirts because I tend to always wipe paint and glue all over my clothes. And so I try not to do any kind of crafting when I have my jeans on or anything, because I only have a couple pairs that fit me, because I've outgrown everything over the years of staying home and putting on some real rolls. But so I went to the Salvation Army, and at Kohl's I just pretty much got some tops, and I got a couple nice little cover-up sweaters, because the tops from Kohl's were all sleeveless. And I'm not used to my arms being as large as they are, and I don't like sleeveless. So, but they were so cute, and they were my style, kind of the hippie style a little bit. And so I found some little cover-ups. They had sleeves on them and just kind of covered up a little bit, you know, covered your shoulders and stuff, and were really cute. And then I went to Salvation Army, and I got some really nice tops, and I think I got 3 more cover-ups that would go with what I got at Kohl's. And I found, my girlfriend said I needed a pair of the black skinny leg pants, which I refused to get them at Kohl's because they were super, super expensive. And when I went to Salvation Army, I found a pair in my size, nice brand, nice pants. They looked like they were brand new. Probably somebody like me bought them and never wore them, because that's probably what's going to happen with them. So, and I got 2 pairs of blue jeans, because they told her it was like business casual, and that blue jeans and a nice top would be just fine. That's what she told me when they had called and told her about it. So I did get 2 nice pairs of jeans and some more tops. So I'm set like forever until I outgrow them all. But I have decided, after trying on all those clothes, I've decided I really need to go on a diet. I need to start exercising is what I need to do, because I just don't get any kind of exercise whatsoever. Back when I used to work, my office was upstairs. And so I was going up and down the stairs all day long, you know, a lot of exercise. And when I was younger, I had a speedy metabolism, so I really didn't gain weight. Now that I'm older, not so much. I think that looks good. I'm going to just dry this off. Excuse me. And I think I'm going to see what it looks like if I highlight a little bit of gold on top of the lace. I don't know if that will, if the lace will pick it up or not, but we'll see. So, but I got all my clothes. I'm all set. So that's a really good thing. That was my biggest worry. I wanted to make sure that I had something nice to wear when we went there. I didn't want to embarrass her. So, which I know, like, she wouldn't necessarily be, she would never say she was embarrassed, but, you know, she possibly could be. If I just wore old yucky clothes. And I did good. I got 2 pairs of blue jeans, 1 pair of black dress pants. I think I got like 4 or 5 little sweater cover-ups, and probably altogether 10 shirts, and I spent less than $100. So I did well. I didn't spend a whole ton. And I had figured I might need to spend $100, because I thought I might have to go to the regular store. So I was happy with what I spent, and I was happy with what I got, and I'm really happy that I'm not going to have to do this. So long as I don't gain a whole bunch more weight, I won't have to do this again for a long time. All right, now, how do I want to try and... I think I do want to use my finger. I don't think even if... I'm afraid that a foam brush will just fill in the holes. So yes, that was very nice. And then we did go to the craft outlet, and we went to the recycle store. I did really good. I only got 1 bag at the recycle store. I pretty much have tried to limit myself to that, because I really don't need any of it. But I love the recycle store because it has different things. I like different things. I'm trying to figure out what to do with them. And I have lots of craft things. I really don't need any more craft things. But this is looking pretty. I like that. It's going to wind up probably getting covered up. I hate it when I put too much in one spot like that. So, and then this next weekend, not this weekend that's starting right now, but the one after that is my weekend that my brother's coming for the weekend. He comes one day. Our agreement was he would come one day and one weekend. But I haven't really needed him for the one day because my husband has Fridays off most of the time. Right now he's working 5 days a week, but usually he works 4 10s. And so a lot of times I don't really need my brother to come because my husband will say, "You're getting crabby, you need to go somewhere." And he'll stay home with Papa and I'll go to the city. Just to get away. Because I do get crabby just from staying home. Just putting a little edge on there. I think that looks pretty. You know, when you just never get out, you never see people, you never talk to people, it just makes you kind of crabby. So, but this month, because Jeff's working, has been working 5 days now for quite a while, I did ask him to come for my day so that I could go do my clothes shopping. And I didn't even realize that my weekend was coming up already. I always let him pick what weekend he wants to come during the month because it really doesn't matter to me. I'm not going anywhere, so. And he's retired, so it's easier for him to come too. Like my sister still works, so she comes sometimes if he cannot come and I have to go somewhere, if I have a doctor's appointment or something like that. There we go. We've got it all edged with gold. Trying to think, I kind of want a little bit of gold edge there. I think I'll use this foam brush and see how I can do with that. Don't know that that's going to work. I guess it's better than not having any gold on there. I need a little bit more. Sorry for going quiet. There we go. Whenever I do the things like this where I have to be careful not to shake too much, I always get really quiet. There we go. Yeah, I like that with the gold on the edge. Okay, I'm going to dry that off and grab some stuff to put on here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And this one, I'm going to let it dry a little better, and I still have to decide exactly what I want to put on there. I want it kind of, not necessarily steampunky, but I want it to have some real texture to it. So I got to looking at this one, and I wanted to put kind of like a half flower in there, so I found a piece of lace in my lace piece box, and I just did a gathering stitch, and now I'm just going to stick that in there like that, and I'm going to use glue to do that. Just find my middle point here, and trying to get the glue top off. There we go. You know, oops, some people lose their glasses on top of their head. I constantly lose the glue lid in my mouth. I always like hold it in my mouth so that usually I pull it off with my mouth because I can't pull it off. And then I just hold it there so I don't lose it, and then I'm looking everywhere for it. That's where it's at. So, but anyways, I'm going to stick this in here. Well, now I got this yucky kind of glue on here. This is my love-hate glue. 3-in-1. Beacons 3-in-1. I'll tell you what, this stuff grabs like hot glue. I mean, it grabs right now. And it has a really nice hold to it. Except it's so sticky. Oh. There we go. But yeah, so we're going to go away this weekend, and we are just going to go to the city, stay in a hotel, rent some movies, probably even order in. I'm tired this month. I don't know why. And so we're just going to go and chill. And I won't have any responsibilities. I won't have to cook or clean or do laundry or worry about anybody. I will just relax. And so that's what we're going to do, especially since I was just in the city and I actually went to the craft store and the scrap store. I really don't need to go back. My husband said something about maybe going to Dave & Buster's. That's right down the street from where we're going to be staying. And we've never been there before, and he said he thinks it's kind of like an arcade type thing. My glue's getting too sticky. It's getting a little bit old, I think. But yeah, so we've never been there, so I think that we may try that. And we will probably do it one day like at lunchtime, so that it's not so super busy. There, that looks really quite cute. I like that. Yeah. This purple piece was a piece that my nephew's girlfriend came and made herself a bracelet. And this was just the piece that we cut off the end that was too long. And so I put that, wrapped it around and put it on there. But it was just, it needed a little something. And I think that's the perfect little something for it. And then I'm going to put some, I found some ribbon. What did I do with it? I found this silver ribbon. I think I'm going to wrap this around. Let's see. You know, that you have, like, they really are not supposed to have a front and a back, like, you know, because you're going to see them from both sides. But it really does. To me, this is the back. And so that's where I'm going to overlap my ribbon, is right here on the back. I'm just line it up with the bottom. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that. Because I don't like the, like, you can see the hem of the purple one there. And I don't really like that sticking out. And the silver ribbon was just in the box. And I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. And then I found a piece of black and a piece of purple. Thinner that I think I'm going to put around over the top of it. I haven't decided which one yet. Yeah, I guess it's okay. It's almost too wide, I think. But it's glued on. I'm not taking it off now. It looked good when I held it around there. It's going to go like that. Cut that off. There we go. There. Make sure that that one is still holding. Now we've got that. And originally I pulled out the lavender, and then I thought I wanted to put some black dots on here because there was black there. So then I thought maybe I should put this black on here. And it's got silver in it. It's more of a contrast. This is where I always run into trouble. I think I'm going to do the black. Decorating has never been my strong suit. I'm more of a construction kind of girl. I would always rather be out working with my dad on some kind of a woodworking project than with my mom on a sewing project. just never was too into the sewing. But now I kind of wish I would have paid more attention. At least the one thing I can say is with the internet, you can pretty much teach yourself anything. Or you can find somebody to teach it to you, I guess I should say. There we go. Make sure that lines up or it'll drive me crazy. Yeah, I think it needed that little bit of extra contrast since I took the black away earlier. There we go. So that's that. Now I think I want some bubble wrap or some punchinella or something, and I want a little bit of black on here. And I gotta grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, I got some black and I decided on punchinella. This is a bow I got on a package. I have to be careful because in some places it's really bad. And I grabbed out some white too, just in case, so I didn't have to go back and get it. Sometimes I find I have to have a little bit of an offset, but I was thinking, you know, this has got the silver on it, which is quite light colored. So I don't think that I'll need the white. But anyway, so I hope that you're all, if you're seeing this on Saturday or Friday, I hope you're all having a good weekend. I hope you have a good weekend plans coming up, whether it's just to relax or whatever. Fall is coming. Pretty soon it'll be time to do all the fall stuff. Oh, and we're going to go in October. We've decided to go see our daughter in Oklahoma. So we are going to do that at the end of October. I talked to my brother today, and he is going to come and stay for a week with Papa. So that is so exciting. I think this looks good once I put a clear coat on it, except I need a little something right up at the top. So, yeah, so that's going to be really cool. So I am, like, this summer spending a lot of time not at the house. It's a little bit different for me. Okay, and I think that I need a little bit of bling. I grabbed some different blings here. I really kind of like these pearls. Let's see. I like these dark pearls. Or maybe these little pearl hearts. I don't think that's the right color purple. Nope, wrong one. I think that's it. I'm going to put those there. I'm going to make a little tiny purple bow, I think, and put it right there. And then I think that that is going to be, oh, and then I will clear coat this part right here. See? Does that look good? So you all should be able to tell me if it looks good or not, so I know before I put it on there. Come on, get off of there. Let's see if can get some of this out. I even had something to hold it upside down. I just forgot to put it that way. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to do much of anything this weekend. Depends on if it rains or not. We might get a little bit done outside. Come on, get off of there. This is normally not this stringy. I think it's just getting a bit dry. So if you're thinking about it, don't think it's quite that bad. It's not normally that bad. Yeah, definitely not normally this bad. But it still works well. I like to push it down really well and then get the excess off right away. Because to me, it comes off a little easier if I do it right away. Kind of want it on a little angle. Oh, come on. It should not be that sticky. Or that stringy, I guess I should say. I can't pick it up. So, well, I really appreciate you all stopping by to see what I'm up to. I've really been seeing a lot of the 100 Things challenge. Got a lot of good inspiration from those. Went off and played myself making some of the different things. But yeah, so you should go check those out. Dances with Pit Bulls is the one that started it. And you're not supposed to buy anything though until you get 100 things made. You're not supposed to buy anything until then. So I decided not to join in because I do buy stuff when I go to the city. I can't help myself. And that's why I said we're going to just kind of hang out at the hotel because we really don't need to go spend any money. We don't need anything. And neither one of us are really good about like going to the store and not walking out with at least something. We're not good window shoppers. So there's no point in really going into the stores because we don't need to. Probably might go see a movie on Sunday on our way home. There's a really nice theater on our way home that has really good prices. We can both get in and get a large popcorn and 2 pops for $20.50. That's the total. That's not each. So that's really cool. So if they have something good playing, we usually do that because you have to check out of your hotel fairly early on Sunday. And we don't come home till Sunday night after dinner. And so we usually go to the movies on the way home. So I hope there's something good on next weekend. And they're not old movies either at this theater. They're regular. They're the regular movies that are out everywhere else. But it's in a nice kind of, it's between 2 kind of small towns. It's not even actually in a town, so there we go. I like how that looks. And then a little purple bow right there would be really cute. I'll have to find some purple ribbon to put there. But I think this one's probably too big. I'll try it anyways. It would help if I put my glasses on so I could see. I do that all the time. Let's just make a little. I probably should have like the 1/8 inch ribbon or whatever that is, 1/4 inch. I did that wrong. Yep, I did that wrong. Well, that didn't work. Alrighty, well, I think that I will let you go. I really don't have much else to chit-chat about, so I will make this bow. I can't put pictures at the end because I really don't know how to do that. But, and I still have to finish the brown one, so maybe I'll like come back and show you what it looks like when I get both of them done. Let's see if this worked or not. Ooh, not good. I just pulled it right off. Get in the middle. And that looks cute. Yeah, that'll be cute. Bring this one down. Should have done that before I took it off the bow maker, but let's bring that down a little bit and cut and glue. You have to move it over a little bit. There we go. So there, that one, other than clear coating the bottom, that one I think is done. And it will look really cute. Sticking out of the top of a journal, I think. So there's that one done. Here's the one that I took that out of the dictionary now, so it's ready to start decorating. This one I have to finish. And then this one is still my favorite. I just absolutely love this little guy. I think he's so cute because it looks like he's peeking up over the top of the book. But thank you very much for stopping by to see what I'm up to today. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I would appreciate that too. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.